Hey, so today's video is going to be me trying out a self-tanner that I bought just to see if it's better than going to get a spray tan, and if you would like to see my thoughts on that brand and everything, then keep on watching. So for some reason, I have decided that I'm going to try a self-tanner instead of just going and getting a spray tan like a normal person probably would. But this is the one I got. It's B-Tanned. It says Tan AF. That's all that. And I'm very pale, as y'all can see. And I don't have any makeup on because whenever I go to get my spray tans, I don't wear makeup. So I figured I should do the same thing. So the first thing that you do before you get a tan, at least for me, if you don't do this, pretty sure everyone should do this, but I take a shower and I shave and then I exfoliate. And the reason why you do that is just because it helps the tan like grab on better. I don't know, but I just know that that's what you're supposed to do. And then, you know, you have to moisturize and all that. And the reason why you do that is also so that the tan doesn't look weird like on your hands and stuff. So I just put lotion on my hands, but you're also supposed to do it on your feet too, which I'll do later. But I'm not very smart, and I kind of forgot to get a tanning glove that you like put on the self tanner with. So what I'm gonna do is I have these like gloves that I use whenever I had blue hair and I was putting in these like blue hair type of pigment things so that my hair would stay blue. So I'm gonna use one of them hair glove things. It just is like that. And then I started watching videos and stuff, and you can use a sock. So, and the reason why I put a glove underneath it is because I'd rather not have my hand look a weird color type thing. So it's just mousse. Oh, look at that. If you're trying to do this at home, I'd recommend actually getting a tanning glove. Like, that's the amount I just did. And it says it takes like an hour to show up. So we'll see how this goes. But really the whole point is just make sure that you get your entire body. I've never actually used self-tanner before. I've watched a lot of videos and stuff because I have a YouTube addiction. Not gonna lie. It really doesn't look that much different. Really, I like my spray tans. I don't know. Some spray tans are different. You can definitely get the ones that like take a while to show up, but the ones that I get, they show up right away, which is nice because then if I want to get a second one, I know like right then and there, okay, like I need another one, or okay, I don't need another one. And all I have to do is stand there, so that's a lot easier. I always, I like being tan, but as y'all can tell, I am pretty pale. So hopefully this doesn't flop. Oh, this looks so bad. So I'm just trying to get the back of my neck because I put way too much on. I'm not going to put it on my face. I mean, obviously when you get a spray tan, it's on your face, but I'd rather just use makeup to get it on my face. That spot on my neck is probably going to bother me, but it's fine. We're going to let it dry, and I'm going to do my legs and like my stomach and my other arm off camera, and I'll be back in a second. Obviously it won't be dry yet, but more than likely I'll just tell you the experience of putting it on, and then I'll go and do stuff so it can dry and all that, and then I'll be back to show you if anything actually happened. So yeah. That's what's gonna happen in this, just so you know. As of now, I don't really see a difference, but it does say it takes an hour to like show up and dry, so we're gonna give it an hour. In an hour, I'll tell you what I think. But if you're gonna do it, one, put your hair up, because that was a pain not putting my hair up. Wasn't smart on my part. Two, get like an actual tanning glove, probably be easier. Three, make sure you have someone to get your back, because it's very difficult to get your back by yourself. Just throwing it out there. And I'm trying to think. Oh, make sure you get like in between your fingers and stuff like that, just because you don't want it to look all weird if it ever does show up, that is. So yeah, as of now, still a pasty queen. But I'm just gonna probably cook food, just do like random stuff around the house until it's been an hour, and then I'll come back and let you know if anything happened. So I'd say it's been about 2 hours. I tried to go with the more simple makeup look. So like I had time to make food, do my makeup, watch some TV, and after like 40-ish, almost an hour maybe, I noticed that it wasn't like dark or anything. So I was like, okay, I'll just, put on another coat of it. So that's why it's been 2 hours and nothing. But it says if you want it to show up the best, to wait 4 or more hours. And I'm like, this is getting a little ridiculous. But you know what? I got errands I gotta run. I got things I gotta do. So I guess I'm gonna go do that. And I mean, it's been 2 hours, so it's like 1-ish right now. I'll check back in probably around like 3, and then I'll check in again around 6 before I go to the movie, and then after the movie, and we'll see like the process and if it's gotten any darker, But it does say after an hour that you can shower, and I'm like, why? It's been 2 hours. I mean, in my defense, I am pretty pale, so like, but still nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna try and give it a little bit more time and see if it does anything. This is, I don't know, this looks more natural to y'all. I feel like it looks kind of natural. I didn't use my Tarte Shape Tape foundation, I just used my other foundations. I don't know, well, still look pretty pale. And so yeah, I guess I'm gonna go run all my errands, and when I'm done with that, I'll check in, and I have a feeling this is gonna be a flop. And it was like dark. It said darkest. I'm like, how are you gonna say darkest and not show up whatsoever? So if you're gonna do a self-tanner, I wouldn't recommend this brand at this moment, but keep watching to see if my opinion changes by the end. So even though y'all can't really tell, if y'all can tell, I am a little darker. Obviously the underneath of my arms is going to be lighter and all that, since it's like the underneath. But I am getting darker. You just can't really tell that well because of the lights and all that. But I said I was going to do this at 3, and it's 4. And I have a good reason, though. I have a very good reason. I went shopping. Yeah, that's the reason. I got distracted by going shopping. But I will insert a clip of me outside, like in the sunlight, for you guys to see how it looks. I look pretty tan compared to when I started. You can't really tell that well in this video, but I will insert that clip and you can tell. And I still will check in again around 6-ish to see if it's any darker. but I'm happy with it, at least outside. Inside, not so much. But, and another thing is it's kind of hard to like apply it perfectly since you're doing it to yourself. So, I mean, I'd probably recommend just getting a spray tan. But I mean, because my spray tans are like $10. So I guess if it's like a drastic difference between how much it is to do it yourself and get a spray tan, I understand. But like when you can get a spray tan for $10, you might as well just get a $10 spray tan. Like, girl. It does look pretty good though. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Anyways, it does look pretty good. I ran all my errands and all that, and my mom asked if I've been tanning, so. And yeah, see ya around 6. So I figured I'd check in with you guys before I went to the movie. I'm gonna go see Aladdin, and hopefully it's as good as I want it to be. So this is what I look like. Oh, okay. Well, that part of my arm looks good. So I'd say that the tan works pretty well. I got it from Walmart. So it was like $10, I want to say. And I don't really think that's all that bad because you'll get multiple uses out of it. Like I did 2 coats and the bottle is still pretty full, but as you can tell, you got to be very good with where you put it. But the thing is I covered my entire arm. And this whole area doesn't have anything, which really doesn't make any sense. But I feel like this one is pretty good. I might do another one later after the movie. But I don't know. I'll let you guys know if I decide to or not. Or I might do one tomorrow. I'll see what it looks like after I wake up tomorrow. And yeah. If it looks like that, then there'll be another part of the video with me doing a 3rd coat. But if you're going for a more natural, subtle tan, it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it should be one of their darkest shades because it's not all that dark, but it is pretty good and it has a good smell. It doesn't smell weird and it doesn't look like a weird tan. It looks more natural. Like sometimes it looks too orange. And I do like that it's a mousse because mousses apply easier than like a liquid or the sprays. I wouldn't recommend getting like the sprays because that would get everywhere. And so yeah, as of now, I actually really like it. So I just got back from the movie. It's super good. If you haven't seen Aladdin yet, I would definitely go see it. Definitely. I liked it a lot, and so did my mother, because, you know, I don't have any friends, so I went with my mom. And I decided I'm gonna put on another coat before I go to bed because why not? Because, you know, that's what we do, is put on way too much self-tanner. I'm not gonna do it all over my body, but, like, my arms, I definitely want them to be a little darker just because I don't really like being pasty. So I'm going to make sure that you like go like this to get it in between your fingers and all that because you don't want to be looking crazy up in here. More than likely I'm just gonna stick to spray tans, but you know, if for some reason spray tans go up in price, this is what I'm gonna do with my life. It really isn't that bad, but like it's definitely something you gotta work with and figure out the way you want it to look, and don't put it on a sock. It's really not the best way to do it. So yeah, I'm gonna apply another coat and go to bed, and I will show you guys tomorrow what it looks like. Okay, so I'm getting ready to go to work, but this is what it looks like. It's kind of like splotchy and stuff, but that's probably because I put another coat on and then I just went to bed, if I had to guess. Just, you know, a guess. But yeah, when I get home from work, I'll take a shower and stuff, and then it'll look normal and not as weird. And then there is a spot where my bracelet is, which is fine because I always have my bracelet on. I'm kind of tired, but yeah, I mean, I like it. I just kind of needed a little bit of a tan. Here isn't all that tan, but that's kind of fine since... I hope you enjoyed this week's video. I know it's a little different than the ones that I usually do with like makeup and all that, but you know, I wanted to get a little tan, even though I'm still pasty, but this is tan for me. That's what you guys have to understand. This is me being tan. This is the darkest I'll get ever in my life, unless I get a spray tan, but like this is kind of more natural for me. Like I'm not looking as fake, you know? So, if you liked this week's video, like and subscribe, comment down below, and I'll try and post one next week, but it's probably going to be crazy with like the 4th of July and all that going on. So yeah, I will try and post one, but if I can't, I will let you know. But more than likely, there will be one next week, so be prepared for all that. I kind of just come up with videos on the fly, but yep, hopefully I'll see you next week.